So you would vote for Donald Trump in a third term?
Yeah, I think I would.
And what do you think about the Constitution?
I'm a constitutionalist.
What about the 22nd Amendment that would prohibit him from running for a third term?
Yeah, it would I would bother me, but
But you would still get your vote.
you would still get my vote.
Oh, well, isn't that sweet? I'm not so sure that self-proclaimed constitutionalists should be allowed to, in the same breath, say they're in favor of defying the Constitution. Oh, hey, I'm a vegetarian. What are you serving? Steak? It, I'll have one. I love meat. I don't eat it, and I love it, and I eat it all the time. Their constitutionalism is just as real as their patriotism. It's performative. It's only for public image and the cult-like desire of hero worship that runs very deep in their bones.
But do you think that having a king goes with the American way of life?
It's just like they calling Elvis the king. King of rock and roll. Michael Jackson's the king of rock and roll. What's the difference? He's the king of the presidency for us.
He's the king of the presidency.
He is the king of presidency, and I believe that's what he was referring to. And he is our king.
He's the king of the presidency. Okay. Is that like being the god of the atheists, or the dictator of the free world, or the mayor of McCheese at McDonald's Playlands? That last one wasn't as good, but you understand the point I'm trying to make.
It's just like they calling Elvis the king. King of rock and roll. Michael Jackson's the king of rock and roll. What's the difference?
Elvis was the king of rock and roll, so what's the difference? One was a cute colloquial term given to him by others because there's no government in rock and roll. And when a country was formed by rebelling against a king and a man who denies elections and denies our democracy and pretended he won the last time and then is back in office now and just a month into his new term is saying maybe he'll run for another one and posting pictures himself on the White House official social media accounts of himself as king. Yeah, there's maybe a bit of trolling in there, but there's also a bit of we should take it seriously in there because the guy has already tried to power grab and not relinquish power under free and fair elections that America's kind of sort of known for. It's one of our hallmarks. So there's also that. These people are very dense, I have to be honest with you. So dense they'll show up wearing matching outfits like they're tailgating for a football game, and the event they're literally dressing up for is CPAC. How rowdy are they planning to get? It was basically a Christian-themed TED Talk. Although it does get kind of rowdy because Elon Musk did bring a chainsaw out.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
Woo! Chainsaw, yes? Yes, chainsaw. Well, that's the way to do it, is not go over the details or find out what people do and treat people who've served their country with respect, but instead rampantly fire them. So much so they have to rehire them the times often now, every day basically, when you mess up and fire the wrong people. But this all adds up because, Trump's followers are fine disregarding the Constitution they claim to cherish because their go-to entertainment channel kind of cosplays as a news network. It identifies as a news network, but it was born an entertainment channel. Continues to feed them garbage like this.
The king of trolling is putting an end to the tolling. President Trump taking steps to new congestion pricing in NYC, declaring, quote, congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king.
Things are going so well, he's thinking about never leaving. 4 more years of Trump, Democrats might actually move to Canada. But by that time, it'll be a state.
What great arbiters of truth and actual fact-based news, huh? Is it trolling? Yeah, of course it is, right? There's no way Donald Trump would actually defy the Constitution, even though his followers, again, are calling him king, saying they want him to defy the Constitution, and he's already defied the Constitution many times, over and over and over again. But other than that, there's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. I'm Ben Gleib for Rebel HQ. You can subscribe to my podcast, Last Week on Earth, or follow me on Instagram, @Ben Gleib, where I am the king of Instagram.